When a woman noticed what seemed to be a garbage bag on the side of the road, her jaw fell. What's inside the bag, in your opinion? That will become clear in a minute. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. Melissa Sargent Lewis was one of those persons who just so happens to be in the right place at the right moment. When this woman glanced into a garbage bag she had found on the side of the road, her jaw fell. Melissa was an elementary school teacher in Kentucky, and as any mother of 2 children will attest, it may be challenging to leave the home on time each day. Melissa was running late this day because one of her boys was having trouble finding his backpack, and the other was having trouble finding his footwear. She had no idea that her boy's tardiness might save a life as she was running around the house trying to get them ready. She attempted to get to work as soon as she could after leaving her youngsters off at school. She made the decision to take an alternate route that would take her via Kentucky's rural roads. Well, she came upon a garbage bag while driving. Normally this wouldn't be so odd, but there was movement in this garbage bag. She knew there was life inside the bag and that it would probably have perished if she hadn't stopped when she drove up next to it. She forgot about being late to work and reached for her phone. She desired to record the event on camera. She was a little afraid as she walked up to the moving bag. It goes without saying that you had to be afraid since she had no idea what would be in the bag. It can be an animal in fear that is about to attack. She approached the bag cautiously and ripped it open. The sight within left her feeling sick to her stomach and brought tears to her eyes. There was a cute small dog in the bag. He was extremely loving and quite vivacious. He began to bounce and wag his tail at the sight of Melissa. He showed her how appreciative he was to be discovered by licking her face when she scooped him up. Because the dog had on a collar, Melissa could see that he had formerly belonged to someone. Sadly, there was no identification on it. She was unable to leave the small puppy by alone on the side of the road with a clear conscience. Even if he wasn't in the bag, she realized that if she left him there, she would be just as awful as the person who had originally placed him there. She then loaded the dog into her car and drove him to work. Melissa took her 2 sons home from school that day and showed them the dog. Her concerns were for the puppy's well-being. She brought him to the veterinarian to make sure he was healthy, and the veterinarian estimated that the puppy was no more than 8 weeks old. Melissa took the puppy home after the veterinarian gave him his vaccines and the examination. Her curiosity in how the dog ended there on the side of the road was unabated. She pondered whether his owners had been harsh to him and had taken him from his house and abandoned him there. She uploaded a photo of the dog to the internet later that evening. She captioned the picture with, "If this is your puppy, please let me know. You are a sicko if you are the rascal who threw it by the side of the road in a trash bag." Melissa phoned the sheriff's department and animal control after sharing her photo. Who would do such a thing to such a little, defenseless animal was the question both organizations sought to answer. Unfortunately, they had very little opportunity of identifying the offender. The decision was made by Melissa and her boys to adopt the dog and bring him into the family. Since they found him in a garbage bag, they gave him the nickname Hefty. Hefty uploaded a video of the puppy with the comment, "He's playful," after the dog had been living with her for a few weeks. "We were just discussing his resilience. He wanders around with his new toys. He is amiable. He was priceless even on the day I took him into the school where I teach." Mrs. Kelly, the guidance counselor, has a deep affection for animals. The children adored him when she brought him to visit the 2nd grade class. Melissa was lucky to stop her car when she did. Had she not discovered that small man, he might not have survived on his own. Melissa and her boys have given Hefty a wonderful home and a loving family. Hefty has done as much for Melissa's family as they have done for him, according to Melissa. He has been a great addition to their small family, she adds, and he brought love and pleasure into her home. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.